Hejsan allihopa, välkomna, come on in. So today I did this look using only Japanese and Korean beauty products. If you're interested to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off using this Canmake Mermaid Skin Gel UV SPF 50. So this is a primer and SPF in one. I got it in the number 2. However, I might prefer number 1. I haven't tried it, but this one is the whitening and brightening one. And I feel like this one leaves a bit of a white cast and makes my foundation look a little more cakey. So if you're planning on getting the Canmake one, I would probably recommend number 1. Especially if you have darker skin, I'm pretty sure the number 2 will make you ashy because it's supposed to be whitening and brightening. So I think number 1 would be a better choice. I think that one is just supposed to be luminous. I'm not taking it all the way down my neck because I'm not going out today, so I'm just gonna put it on my face. And I would also say be careful about putting it too close to your eyes because it does sting my eyes if I get it too close. So up next I'm gonna put on a concealer. This is from Witch's Pouch. It's their High Cover Cream Concealer. And this one also has an SPF of 30. A lot of the Japanese and Korean brands have SPF in their makeup. But this one isn't really the correct color for me, but this is the only one I have for now. So I'm gonna use this one, but I'm putting it underneath my foundation. And I'll use it all over. It is hard to find concealers and base makeup if you're very light or if you're medium and dark, because a lot of Korean and Japanese brands don't have the best color selection. So ooh. I do recommend using a brush or your fingers to blend out this concealer because I feel like sponges just suck up all the concealer. So I'm gonna use this brush at first. I do go over the eyelids a little bit because I have some veining and discoloration, so I'm gonna use my finger. So for my foundation, I'm gonna use this BB cream from Misha. It's their Perfect Cover BB Cream SPF 42 and it's in the shade number 13. So this is the lightest shade that they do. And I'm gonna apply it with a sponge. It looks a little bit gray in the beginning, but it does blend out and I feel like it's a pretty good match for me. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more concealer in my inner corners of my eyes. And I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. So as I said, this Mermaid Skin Gel does make my foundation look a little bit heavy. So I probably will go and pick up number 1 though and try that one out because people seem to really love it. However, the number 2, I don't know if I'm feeling that much. But this one is really affordable here in Japan. I think it's like 600-700 yen. So I'm probably gonna pick that one up. I will use this one up by using it on my arms and chest and stuff, but probably not on my face. So usually I wouldn't use this Koji foundation powder on my face when I use a foundation, but I will use it today on a few spots where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. Since this is a foundation, I usually use it with just some concealer and then light dusting of this all over my face if I want to have a light makeup day. But I am gonna use it on a few spots that I feel could use a little bit more coverage, like that one. And around my nose. So for the rest of my face, I'm going to use this powder from Sana. It's their Mykohan powder. I feel like this one comes out around cherry blossom season, and then it might be hard to find it the rest of the year, but you can't find it on Amazon all year round. So this one is a loose powder, and it comes with a puff. However, I don't use the puff myself that often. I usually use one of my own brushes, so it's a fine loose powder. I just dip my brush in the powder and tap the excess off. So Before applying my powder, I will tap out anything that's settled into fine lines because I don't want to set those, so I want to make sure it's as smooth as possible. And then we set it. So I don't usually set my whole face, I usually just set underneath my eyes, on my nose, and well, the T-zone I guess, and where my glasses sit. So I don't feel like I need it on my whole face because I have drier skin. So, but I do like powdering my eyebrows because I feel like my eyebrow products last a lot longer if I do that. Otherwise they seem to start coming off a little bit. So that's why I powder my eyebrows. So next I'm going to bronze up my skin using this shading stick from Cezanne, and this is in number 2. So this is meant for contouring, however it is not a color that I can contour with. It's too bronzy for me, so that's why I use it as a bronzer. So I put it where the sun would naturally hit my face. And then I just blend it out with a sponge. So for blusher, I'm going to use 2 different ones today. I thought, why not mix it up a little bit? So I'm going to use this Juicy Pink blusher from Etude, and this one is in the color PK03. So this one is like a nail polish and has these little beads. So if you blend it, I don't know if you guys can hear that, it has those pearls in that a nail polish would. And then I'm going to use this Sugarball cushion cheek color as well. And this one is in the number 5. So I'm going to start off with this one first, and I'm just going to apply it on the backs of my cheeks like this. And this one you don't have to worry about staining your cheeks. This one doesn't do that, so you can just swipe it on with the applicator and then blend it out. And I'm going to blend it out with my sponge. You can blend it out with your fingers or a brush too, but I like using my sponge. And the Sugarball cushion from Aritaum comes with a little sponge by itself. It is in a cream pot like this, so it's not an actual cushion. But you can apply it with this, and then, oh, that might be a little bit much, but we'll blend it out. It's fine. It's fine. This one I'll just add on to the apples of my cheeks. And we'll look very rosy today, but I'll blend it out with my sponge. It's fine. It's fine. That was a bit much. I don't usually use like BAM! A lot of blush. So, blush. Yeah. But it is a very nice blush. Just be careful on how much you apply, unless you want really rosy cheeks. I'll blend it out using my sponge and whatever foundation I have left on it to make it a little bit more subtle. I mean, I'm not going anywhere today, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah. So then I'm gonna use a highlight, and this one is from Cezanne. It's their Pearl Glow highlighter, and it looks like that. It is in number 1. It does come with a little brush, but I prefer using my own brushes. So I'm just gonna swirl, tap off any excess, and put on highlighter. I put a little bit down the bridge of my nose, but I don't put it on the tip because my nose is big enough. So it's just like putting a little bit over there. I like this highlight. I don't think it's too over the top, so if you like a very BAM highlight, this might not be the one for you, but I like this one. It doesn't look like super natural either, don't get me wrong. It is an obvious highlight, but I like it. So when I'm done with all the powder products on my face, I will use a setting mist. So this one is from the Same. It's their Eco Soul Luminous Real Radiance Mist. This one is a bio face one, so you have to shake it up. I like applying this before I do my eyeshadows or eye makeup because it has an oil in it, so it can't make your eyeshadows crease. So that's why I prefer adding it before I do anything else. So we spray. Let it dry. Yes, I have a fan, but I actually use this in the summer sometimes when it gets really hot and humid here. So that's why I got it, not for my makeup, but I realized, this is good for this too. Then I'll go quickly over with my sponge, setting any of the peach fuzz or anything that might have disrupted. So then I'm gonna start doing my eyebrows, and I do need my glasses for that because my eyesight is very poor, and if I don't have my glasses I'll have to have my mirror like this, and then nobody can see anything, and it's really uncomfortable for me to do my makeup like this. So I hope you don't mind. So then for my brows, I'm gonna use my favorite eyebrow pencil. This one is also from Sana, and it is their newborn W Brow EX. So this one, mine is in the color B11. It has a nice rounded tip like that, and as you can see I do not have a lot left. And then it also has a powder. I don't usually use the powder myself that much, but my friend really likes it, and for this video I am gonna apply it so you can see how it works. But I usually personally use a powder from Anastasia to kind of set the pencil in. But since I'm only using Japanese and Korean brands, I'm gonna show you how this one works. So if you're interested to pick it up, you can see how it works. But first, let's brush out our eyebrows. And this spoolie is actually really nice and soft, but it's not too soft, so it does the job, but it's not too scratchy, so it doesn't scratch everything you've done away. Because some of the eyebrow pencils actually has a bit of a scratchy spoolie, which I do not like. I mean, maybe some people like it, but I don't, so I really like this one. So even if I'm using some other brand's pencil, I sometimes just use this spoolie anyway, because I like it that much. So let's just start filling them in. And I brush my eyebrows as I go because I feel like that gives me the best result. I can see what I'm doing and where I need to add more color. Then let's add the powder. And do another brush through. So this is what the eyebrows look like with just this pencil. So if I feel like there's any sparse areas in my brows, I will use a eyebrow liquid. So one of these liquid pencils. So this one is from the same brand as the eyebrow pen I used. And then I also had this one from K Palette, their lasting two-way eyebrow liquid one day tattoo. So I just alternate between these. This one is maybe a little bit more ashy. So that's that one, if you can see it. So this one. And then, oh, am I running out of this? Maybe a little bit. I probably need to pick up a new one. And this one is the one day tattoo one. So I prefer using this one, but the one day tattoo one is really good too. However, I am running out of this one. It also comes with a powder. They both do. So if you prefer a liquid like this and then a powder on top, then you can get these ones. I just like having both. However, I do not like filling out my whole brow with this because I feel like it takes too long and I'm just lazy. I just like using it to fill out any gaps that I might have. So there's a few in the front that could use a little bit more color. And this one does give an illusion that there might be a little bit more hair there than there is. So I do really like it. However, I can't be bothered to do my whole eyebrow with this. It would take too long. But I do like having it for my gaps. And then lastly, I will use an eyebrow gel. I know it's a lot of steps for some people, but yes, I do love using an eyebrow gel, especially since my natural eyebrows are blonde. So I feel like this one gives it a nice coating of color. This one is from Heavy Rotation. This one is a limited edition packaging with minions on it, but as you can see, it's well loved. The minions have rubbed off. It has a pretty big wand though. I just clean off the wand and then put it through my eyebrows. So this one doesn't have any shimmer in it, and that is one thing I found with a lot of the Japanese brands at least. They have a lot of shimmer in their eyebrow mascaras, which I don't really like. So I really like this one. It doesn't have that, and mine is in the color 08. So let's do this. If you have very unruly eyebrows, I don't think you would love this one because I don't feel like it has the best hold, but it does last all day, so that's a plus. So just a little bit through the brows. So for eyeshadow, I have two different ones. One is from Canmake, it's their Perfect Multi-Eyes. And then there's one from Media Kanebo, this is in BR030. Oh, and the Canmake one is 04. Both of them come with a sponge applicators. However, these are not my favorite, so I'll use my own brushes. But I think I'll go with the Canmake one. This one is a little bit pinky, it's very subtle, so, and all the colors have glitter. That's one thing to note. If you do not like glitter eyeshadows, you probably won't like Japanese ones, and Korean ones have a lot. At least the Japanese ones all have a lot of glitter and they're quite sheer. So if you like something that's very pigmented and bam, I don't think the Japanese eyeshadows are for you. I haven't really tried Korean ones. I've swatched some in the store. Some of them have more pigmentation, but yeah, the Japanese ones are usually very subtle. So today I'm going to use this one from Media. It's very neutral and more cool toned, but as I said, it doesn't have a ton of pigmentation. But I'm going to use my own brushes since I don't like the sponge applicators that it comes with. And I'm just going to start with the lightest color in my inner corner to start with. So I'm just going to start with the lightest color in the inner corner. So then I'm just going to use the middle color all over my eyelid. And then I'm going to use the darkest one and just put it in the outer corner. Ooh. And using a clean brush, I'm just going to blend that out. I'm just going to swipe away a little bit of the fallout with my sponge. That's how I like to clean it up. Just gently. Put it underneath, clean it up. So I think I'm gonna add with my finger a little bit more of the middle shade on my eyelid. See if it's a little bit stronger like that. It does have a little bit more pigmentation if you use your finger. Maybe use a little bit of that lighter color with my finger. Just on the pinky in the inner corner. And then with a small brush, I'm gonna add a little bit of the middle color underneath my lash line, on my lower lash line. So then I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes using my Shiseido eyelash curler. So after curling my lashes, I'm going to use this Canmake Creamy Touch Liner. And this one is one of those very fine tipped eyeliners, and I like using this for tight lining. I'm going to wind it up a little bit more. And these, you can't wind back down, so be careful. But this one is really, really nice. I might actually keep on using this one instead of picking up my favorite one if I can find it, because this one is just as good and it's a lot more affordable, at least here in Japan. I'm not sure if you order it from somewhere else, but here it costs like 600-700 yen, so it's really affordable. I just love tight lining with this. So then I'm gonna add my mascara, and I'm gonna use my favorite one from Mermaid, Long and Curl Mascara. This one is the advanced film one. The only complaint I have with these, one, they're hard to remove, but they also dry out pretty quickly. But I really, really like this mascara, and it holds the curl beautifully. Probably should open a new one, but I'll probably get a few more uses out of this one. So So I don't use liquid eyeliner every day, but when I do, I usually use the Dolly Wing one. I really like this one, and it has a brush tip and not a felt tip one. So if you like the felt tip one, you might not like this one, but I prefer the brush tip ones. And it's really nice and easy to apply. I add my liquid liner after I've added my mascara, which is backward for some people. So my lashes are super straight. And if I add the liquid liner before I've added my mascara, but after I've curled my lashes go back to being straight. Or and if I add it before I curl my eyelashes and I get this accidentally on my eyelashes will not curl nicely. So that's why I add it after I've added my mascara. And I just go as close as I can to my lash line because I don't want a thick line. I just want a little bit of eyeliner to my eye. Sometimes I try to wiggle in between my lashes, but since I used already the gel liner, there shouldn't be a huge gap. But that's something also, because I have blonde lashes, my blonde lashes can come through, but nobody should be that close to me, except my husband if he wants to kiss me, but I don't think he really stares at my lashes that much. So I think this one is running out of steam. I've had it for quite a while. It lasts a very long time too, so that's great. Sorry if you can't see. So I think that will do for the eyes today. I'm not going anywhere, so then we have lips. I was using a lip balm when I started filming, so that's what's been giving me a little bit more of a pinky hue on my lips. So this one is from Innisfree. It's my lip balm in Wedding Peach Tea. So I only have one lip liner, and this one is from Media Kanebo, so the same as the eyeshadow. It weirdly enough does not come with a cap, so it just comes in a twisty up tube like this, and it doesn't have a cap. And I was trying to look like, is this an insert for some pencil, but no, it just seems to come like this. And yeah, it hadn't dried out though. I've had it for a while and it doesn't seem to dry out, so that's good. The color that I have is in RS3. So I'm gonna start with lining my lips. So that's what the lip liner looks on its own. It's an okay lip liner. It was fairly affordable if I can remember correctly. But yeah, it's a little bit weird that it doesn't come with a cap. But overall, okay. So I don't have a lot of Korean or Japanese lip products, but I do have these two lip tints, so I thought I would use one of these. So this one is from Etude House, and it's their Colorful Vivid Tint. I think the color is PP501, but I'm not 100% sure. But I've had this for a little while. And then I also have this one that looks like a wine bottle. This one is in RD02 and it's wine lip tint. I can't remember the brand, but I'll put their name here if I remember, and down in the description box I'll link where you can buy it if I can find it. Let's swatch these and see which one we want to use today. So this is the wine bottle. Ooh, it's hard. It looks like that. And then we have the Etude House one. I think I'll go with the Etude one. Just because, why not? It has a lot of pigmentation to it. I'm gonna do a quick cleanup. So this is what the lip looks like freshly applied. It is shiny, but I do feel like it goes away after time, and this one will tint your lips and stay in your hands if you apply it, so yeah. But I think I'm gonna add a lip gloss, because why not? Just make it look extra juicy. So the lip gloss that I'm gonna use is from Canmake, and it's their Your Lip Only gloss. This one looks clear, but when you apply it, it turns a pinky color. Of course, on top of this, I don't think you'll see a huge difference, but yeah, I'm gonna add just a little bit of the gloss. So that's what it looks like with a gloss on top. It is a nice gloss, however, it does wear off quickly like a gloss, but it does leave a little bit of a pinky hue on your lips. I don't know if you can see when I put it on. Like, it is very sheer, but it does turn a pinky color on your lips. But of course with a red lip underneath you can't really see that. But yeah, this one is in 01 if you're interested in that lip gloss. So yeah, so this is the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any product recommendations, please comment down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. And I hope to see you guys really soon. Hej då!